Hi guys. So raw food has really made a big difference in my life. I'm on a mostly raw diet, and I have to say I'm not gonna try to go 100% raw. I'm okay with just mostly raw, which mostly raw to me is like, some days 90%, some days my dinner is cooked. Like it's usually breakfast, lunch raw, and then sometimes I'll have a salad in the evening, or maybe a soup or something like that. So sometimes it's cooked. But anyway, it's made such a big difference in my life. I think that it is, well, no, I don't think, I know it is healing my relationship with food, and also my relationship with sex as well. And you might think that those two are very, very not linked, not similar, but actually they're I guess the relationship where it is in our bodies, is in our sacral chakra. Our sacral chakra has to do with both our relationship with food and our relationship with sex, and that makes a lot of sense actually, because it's right where our digestive system is, and it's right around our loins and stuff. So that makes a bunch of sense. So when I started eating raw, well, I'll tell you how it was before I started eating raw. I've had digestional issues my whole life. I can remember being 4 years old and having to eat prunes. Ugh, I still hate prunes. I'm never gonna eat them. And just because I was constipated, and so this bad digestion, like constant constipation basically, and just that area, in the around the digestive tract was just always really heavy feeling, and just like really constricted, like just really constricted feeling. And so then after, about actually the fourth day on raw, like actually I did the first three like 100%. And then the fourth day, I think I did 100% as well. And on the fourth day, things were moving, like physically, just like I was just, yeah, things were flowing and stuff like that. So I bet I probably lost about like 3 to 5 pounds in just that area of, around the digestive tract. I know I released a lot of stuff that was probably just hanging on, and I think that when food, like when we eat food that is like really heavy and hard for our body to digest, it actually, like, and it stays in our body for a while. When it stays too long, you know what I mean? I think it also kind of like traps emotions there as well. I think everything physical has an emotional effect, and also an energetic effect, and everything energetic and emotional also has a physical effect. So they all affect each other. And so anyway, yeah. So there was like this just like release. There's this release, and everything just started flowing, and I felt like just ease in that area. Almost seriously, like before, after almost every meal, I'd have almost a stomach ache. Like, I'd kind of got used to it and stuff, but just stomach pains with digesting and stuff, and it's really hard to digest. And now it's my stomach feels fine, and yeah, my stomach is a lot flatter actually. I've lost a lot of weight in that area. And it wasn't my intention to lose a lot of weight, but it was my intention to just fix my digestional problems. And so how this has helped my relationship with food and sex is when physically, when things were flowing in that area, then and then energetically things started flowing as well in that area. It was like that chakra was like, it was like not moving anyway, still, and anyway, it was not moving and flowing and stuff. And then yeah, so it started flowing, and when it started flowing, I could tell like I didn't feel like I needed all this food, you know. Before, honestly, like sometimes my days were just centered around the next meal. Like, you know, I'd eat a meal and then I'd just be focused on the next meal. And honestly, I'm not like, I'm pretty thin person. Like I'm curvy, I guess. Well, I was curvy before and now I'm getting to like pretty fit. Yeah, I look pretty fit. Actually, I found my first abs, like they're like chiseled abs, and I was like, holy cow! Oh my goodness, it's really exciting. Anyway, getting off topic. What was I saying again? Oh yeah. So I can't really remember. Oh yes. So anyway, it was my you know, I was just focused so much on food and really eating way too much. I mean, I would eat healthy food. I've always really liked healthy food, but just eating way too much and eating almost to the point of feeling sick, and then also nervous eating as well, or stress eating. When I get stressed, I'd eat, or at a party, you know, just talking and eating, or, you know, I have social anxiety, so I'd hang out by the food, and so it was like the food, you know, eased the tension of of my social anxiety and stuff like that. So that was horrible. And lack of self-control, you know, I didn't have much self-control when it came to food. And so how it's healing, how I see that it's been healing my relationship with food is like I can control myself. I can say, my body is saying no, like, and so I'm going to listen to my body. And so it's really heightened my awareness and my my dialogue with my body. You know, it's talking to me. My body's talking to me, and I'm able to listen now, and it's wonderful. So it's really, it's healing my relationship with food. And you know, the other day actually. And also, I don't have to eat as fast as well, too. For some reason, I like to eat a lot slower and really savor it. And I never really thought that I would really savor, you know, like a salad. I'm not, you know, I wasn't really big on salads. But today I was eating the salad, and I just put the fork down, actually. And I just picked it up, like, one by one. And I was like, I really tasted it. And I was like, oh, this is good, you know, this tastes green. I love the color green. You know, as you can see, it's beautiful green behind here. And yeah, it was just beautiful. And when I was making this salad one day, you know, I got the packs of, you know, baby greens and stuff like that. And I was just picking them out one by one. And, you know, as a family, we say love and gratitude to our water and our food and stuff like that before we eat. And I was just like, one by one, I was looking at these greens and just being like, I love you, you know, oh, you're beautiful, you know. And it just made me feel really good. And I know it made my salad just like the most nurturing food that I could put in my body. It was amazing. So anyway, yeah, that's how it's healing my relationship with food. And now my relationship with sex. I didn't really put those two together until stuff started happening. And I'll tell you what was happening. So things were flowing physically, things were flowing, and then energetically, things were flowing as well. So when things started flowing energetically, it had an effect on the physical. And so about 2 weeks into my raw food adventure, I started getting these, I guess we'll call them episodes. And I was just like sitting down at the computer or driving. It happened a couple times when I was driving, and just doing something very innocent, and then all of a sudden, just like, bam, halfway to an orgasm. It's crazy. And I'd never, ever experienced anything like that. There was no sexual thought in my mind. But my body was like I had to stop what I was doing and like deep, like, the breathing that comes along, with sex and all that stuff. And yeah, just like it was, and I didn't even have to, I didn't even have to complete it, it was just like that. And it was quite amazing, actually. And at first I was like, what the hell? Like, just like, I didn't know what was going on. And I was like, wow, this is strange, and then after a while, I was like, okay, like my body is talking to me. So like before, actually, when it happened the first few times, I was like, okay, well, I'll just keep on doing what I'm doing and it will go away. But then I realized, like, my body is talking to me and trying to communicate with me, and so when it started happening, I would just like stop what I was doing and just close my eyes and really be in that moment, I guess, because it was a really awesome moment. Now that I think about it, like, it's a fantastic thing that's happening to my body, and just like that, just, it's pretty awesome. So I feel like my body was catching up maybe on like lost time or something. So that's why I was like just really intense like that. And I thought at some point, oh, it's too bad I don't have a boyfriend or something at this time, But then I thought, man, I'm having a great time by myself here, I'm this is a great sexual relationship with myself. So that made me feel so good. Yeah, it was awesome. So those were the two most beneficial things that the raw food diet has has brought me in my life. And I have to say, like, I had been trying to go on a raw food diet. I had been trying it out unsuccessfully for about 3 years. I'd try to go 100% like right off the bat, and I would be very unforgiving with myself, and and then I'd just fall off the wagon and go just worse than I was before, which actually, honestly, to be honest, like I before I went on raw food, I still ate very healthy, but I had a weakness for breads and cheeses, and those are things that I really should stay away from. Like, my body is saying, you gotta stay away from those. So anyway, it didn't really work, it wasn't successful before. I just couldn't really do it before. But now, in light of my papa's surgery, he's like 80 something, and he got a surgery about a month ago, about around the same time I started the raw food diet, to give him an ileostomy, because he was on the SAD diet before, standard American diet, and that's what happened to him, and I don't want that to happen to me. And I know that I probably had had the same digestional issues as he had. I think it's like a hereditary thing, because I think my brother does and my dad does as well. So I've been really pushing the raw food thing with my dad, and my mom too. I can get a little annoying, I think, but they're listening, and they're trying it. They're trying it out as well, like not in full force, but they're trying in their way and stuff, which is awesome. So yeah, I think that's what really gave me the inspiration and the motivation. Like, just I don't want to. I will not end up like that. When I'm that age, I'm going to be 85 years old, and I'm going to get up and go out there, take a damn long walk, or go cross country skiing, or do yoga. I'm still going to be doing yoga at that age. I'm going totally, like, definitely. So I wrote some things down. I wrote some things down just to give me some ideas of what else to talk about. But I think I talked about all of it pretty much. I think that's about it. If you are starting a raw food diet, I really suggest, unless you're the type of extreme person that can do 100% right off the bat, I suggest just incorporating more raw food into your diet, and be compassionate with yourself. That's the thing that really broke me before. I couldn't I couldn't do it because I was just like honest. And oh, this is a really good thought here. Like the stress that I put on myself and the anxiety that I would feel when I went 100% raw, when I would my body would be like, well, not my body, but my cravings, I guess, would be like really wanting something, and the stress actually of not having that on my body, like the stress of not having that thing, like the mind stress of not having that thing was, it broke me, and then I had it, and then my mind, and then when I had it, then my mind would also be really stressed about it as well, so it created just the whole thing around it with, when I wasn't compassionate about myself or with myself, the whole thing around it was like really stressful. I was stressed about it, like if I wasn't prepared, if I didn't prepare something raw, sometimes you're on the go and you want something, you want something to eat, but you feel like there's nothing to eat, then I don't know. Anyway, I'm kind of getting off topic, but be compassionate with yourself, because the stress of, and if you really, really, really feel like you want something cooked or something like that, then go ahead and have it. If, because the stress that you put on yourself, if you're not compassionate with yourself, is going to actually be worse for your body in the long run. I know that was kind of long and drawn out, but whatever. If you're watching right now, then awesome. I love you guys very, very much. Thank you for listening. I salute the divinity within you.